Hi, I'm Izzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. In today's video, we will be opening my Think Bank box. Whenever I get my box, I swear it's like Christmas morning around here. I get so excited. Just the anticipation, I guess, and it feels like a present, even though obviously I'm paying for this. It really does feel like I'm opening a present every month. So, where are my scissors? Maybe I can do it with my nails, but let's get her open. There we go. The box is or feels a little bit smaller, but it's pretty heavy. All right. Oh, the wrapping. Look at this. So, oh, I got 2 cards. So we have, there is no code. Wait a minute. So there's a sticker on the card this month that says, send us an email and we'll send you a link to the ebook. So I guess maybe they didn't have time to do the ebook and get the code generated. But look how nice this is. It's almost like a coloring page. Be a busy bee. Love that. And look how nice. This is so cute. So we have gotten 2.5 meters of 100% cotton. And this month, there's only one colorway. So everybody got the same thing. All right. And if the tissue paper is any indication, it's going to be a good color for me. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Wow, look at all this stuff. Woo. Okay. What is this? So this is an East of India product. It's a bee clip notepad. Oh, I love this. Okay, let's open it so you can get a better look. Busy being organized. So it's got a clip at the top and then a cute little notepad clipped onto it. This is so nice. I love this. All right, so that's the present. Handy tin. Oh, this is perfect for storing tiny little things like clips or buttons or trims, that kind of thing. I love these tins. Yay. A sweet treat just for you. Ooh, there's a few sweet treats in here. Heart candy. What are these called? Fizzers, but they're rockets here. Then lemon flavored, some kind of chewy candy, and Snap Crackle raspberry flavored chew. Nice. Ugh, oops. So the tissue paper was a little bit misleading because here's my thread. So not black or dark gray at all. And oh my goodness. Look at this gorgeousness. I hope you can see this is sparkly, like silvery thread in here. Look how nice this is. And it's, oh my goodness, it's soft. It's not scratchy at all, even with the metallic thread. And it's a nice weight of cotton. Oh, this is stunning. So it's got body to it because it's a cotton, but it's not stiff at all. This is, I don't even know if this is, like, it's not a, I don't think it's a lawn. Like, it feels like the weight of a cotton poplin. Definitely lighter weight than a quilting cotton, for example, but I think a little bit heavier than a lawn. Oh, this is absolutely gorgeous. And this, I think, will be perfect for me. So 2.5 meters, I have enough to make some kind of shirt or blouse with long sleeves in it. And actually, I just bought a pattern that I think might be perfect for this. So I think, yeah, I think this has to be a blouse of some kind. And I think it needs to be like a special blouse, right? Because of the silver thread in here. This is so much more elevated than just a white cotton. This is absolutely stunning. I love this. All right, so throw this in the wash, and I think I know what I'm doing. So hopefully I'll be back soon-ish with the finished garment. See you soon. And I am back with a finished garment, which I would call an 80% success. So what did I end up doing? I wanted to make the Pattern Emporium Be Mine balloon sleeve top, which was just released recently. I immediately purchased it when it was released, and I could not wait to make this top. I thought this fabric would be perfect for it because although it's cotton and it has some structure, which would be so nice for the balloon sleeves, and indeed it is, it's not super stiff. So even though it's a boxy-ish style, I didn't think it was, stand away from my body too much, basically just enough. And I was right. I love my new top. Now, normally, before doing a pattern for the first time, especially because I'd not been successful at fitting a Pattern Emporium pattern to my body as of yet, I should have done a muslin. I did have fabric picked out for a muslin. I washed it. I had enough length of it. And when I went to lie down my pattern pieces on top of it, this sleeve pattern piece is huge, like very wide. So it didn't fit on my fabric. My fabric was only, I think it's only 44 or 45 inches wide. So I couldn't cut my muslin from that fabric. And because I've been so good at sewing my stash and using up like old sheets, and the muslin fabric I have on hand is dwindling away to almost nothing. So I couldn't really find anything else in my stash that I was willing to sacrifice to make a muslin of this top. I wanted it to be a wearable muslin if possible, just because it's a simple top. And yeah, and the only fabric I could have used to make a muslin is like a quilting cotton, and I think it would have given me the wrong idea about fit because it would have been very stiff anyway. So I decided to jump right in, take a chance, and just make the thing with my very, very precious Think Pink fabric. Now, I think, yeah, 80% successful is pretty accurate. I like the top. It fits. Does it fit perfectly? No, but it fits. It's wearable. And yeah, I do like it. So I made a size 18 at the shoulders and bust and graded out to a 20 so that by the time I got to my high hip, it was at the size 20. so that I could use the size 20 facings for the hem and so on. Now there is a full bust adjustment included with this pattern, so I did use one of the full bust pieces. So you can do, it's funny how they did that, is you measure your high bust and then you measure your full bust. And if your full bust is in 2 sizes higher than your high bust, you use the FBA 2 pattern piece. And if your full bust is 3 sizes bigger than your high bust, then you do the FBA 3. If you're only 1 size difference, you, according to them, don't need a full bust adjustment. So I use the FBA 2 piece. And on the whole, I think over the bust and waist and hips, the fit is pretty good. One thing I will change when I make this again, and I will make this again, I'm going to lower the bust darts a tiny bit because I find they're maybe 3/4 of an inch too high. So I will do that. And the other thing, I need to fix the shoulders. So after I had cut my fabric, don't ask me why I did it in that order, but anyways, after cutting my fabric, I decided to go have a look at all the tester pictures, and 99% of them had their shoulders falling off their shoulders like this. So I started suspecting, I'm like, is this supposed to be a dropped shoulder top, or is there a problem with the drafting at their shoulders? So I posted on their Facebook group and basically asked the question, was this designed to be off the shoulder? Because all of the tester pictures I'm seeing, the shoulders are off. And I got some answers that basically said, yes, it's designed to be a slight drop shoulder, which I've never heard of before, but okay. And then some people were saying that, nope, the shoulders fit fine or should fit fine. I'm not a fan of this because to me, if you're designing something to be a dropped shoulder, it needs to be a dropped shoulder. This to me just looks too big. And that's one of my, not pet peeves, but that's one of the things that I find will look a garment look frumpy on me, is if the shoulder seams are just off the shoulders. It annoys me. So the next time I make this, I will definitely bring in the shoulders or go down a size and maybe use the FBA 3 piece. So maybe go from a 16 at the shoulders and at the bust, use the FBA 3 piece, and then grade out to probably just an 18 because there's lots of room in here. I don't feel restricted or tight anywhere. So yes, so that's for the sizing and how I how I ended up making this top. Another thing I'm going to do slightly differently next time is the height of the neckline. So there are 3 different necklines you can use: a high, a medium, which is what I made, and then a lower one, which would probably come to about here. Next time, I'm either going to do the high one or the lower one because most of the necklaces I own are this length. And throughout the day, if you're moving and things, I find that my necklace ends up like this. And yeah, with my jewelry, I think it would work best if it was slightly higher like this or just like this so that you can see the necklace. So that's another change, but that's really minor because you do have cut lines for each necklines. So yeah, very, very easy change. So all in all, I highly recommend this top. It's got facings at the neckline that are stitched down. I managed to do a very good job, if I do say so myself. Very, very clean. It won't be flopping out or anything like that because it's stitched down. I love the hem facings as well that you can also stitch down. The sleeves are gorgeous and they're finished with a little bit of bias binding. I love the length of the sleeves. Okay, Siri. I like the sleeves, the length of the sleeves, if, you know, for fall or spring, but I don't know how comfortable this would be when, you know, I need to put a jacket on top. I mean, it might be fine, but yeah, we will see. I like the length on me. I think the length is perfect. I did the regular regular height, because they do have a tall cut line as well. Yeah, not much else to say about this. Yeah, it's a great pattern. I don't usually like boxy styles on myself, but I find there's a little bit of shaping because of the bust darts. The hem is slightly rounded, so again, it's not a harsh horizontal line. I find those little details make it a little bit better for me, because I don't typically like boxy styles on myself. Oh, and the best part about this is, even though it's got Mahusive sleeves, this pattern only takes 1.5 meters of fabric, as long as it's 54 inches wide, because of those big sleeves. So out of the 2.5 meters we got of this fabric, I still have a meter left that I can probably eke out a cami for myself, or for Marianne. I could make her another Ogden cami with this, which is pretty amazing. I have a ton of 1.5 meter cuts out of gorgeous rayon. I really want to make this again in a rayon that's nice and floaty. I think the sleeves would be beautiful. It wouldn't look so boxy in a rayon, because it would flow a little bit better and fall onto itself instead of standing away from my body. So yeah, I think one in rayon is going to be pretty gorgeous. One thing I forgot to mention, the fabric, as you can tell, is semi-sheer. So I took the pictures and the video you will have seen indoors, and yeah, you can pretty much see a lot through it. So out and about, I might wear a white cami underneath, or a beige or my skin tone colored cami, just because, yeah, I don't know that I'd be super comfortable walking around with everything on display. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you receive this fabric. Yeah, it's pretty sheer. All right, that's it. All done with the Think Pink box number 20. And yeah, I would definitely call it a success. I love the fabric. I really like my top. There are adjustments I'll make for my next version, but I will definitely be wearing this. So thank you so much, Andrea, and everybody at Beyond the Pink Door. Another great box, and I'm already looking forward to the next one. So thank you so much for stopping by. Please give the video a like on your way out if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.